Hey there everybody, this video is our reaction to Blindspot Season 5, Episodes 9 and 10, because NBC in their infinite wisdom decided that instead of just having an episode a week like normal people, we were going to have two this week, none next week, and then the series finale in 2 weeks, because why not just screw up the show on your way out the door?
Yeah, no, I mean, it was really exciting to get 2 episodes tonight, especially with that big Patterson cliffhanger last week, so I'm not going to complain getting 2 episodes tonight.
It was very, very fun. I will say the pacing of it was a little bit odd for me because I feel like the first episode was so like go, go, go all the time, and the second episode at times felt a little bit like a detour. It did have quite possibly one of my favorite, most hilarious moments on Blindspot through 5 seasons that I'm sure we will get to in this video. Before we dive into anything, and obviously spoilers within, if you do like this video, give us a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We are going to have a series finale preview coming up that you guys are not going to want to miss.
Okay, so obviously, spoilers, we're going to talk about Patterson. They revealed very quickly that she is alive. She did end up going into the super secret tunnel that we all thought she was going to be in. And what I really liked is that they didn't make us wait on that. I didn't want to have to sit through a lot of her missing for the episode, and I don't think anybody else out there wanted her missing for so much of the episode either. I mean, it paid off in a way that I was happy with. And I think part of it is because I expected her to be alive. We didn't see a body, no death. And they did show us the super secret tunnel earlier in last week's episode. So it was kind of like, okay, well, they showed us that for a reason. So yeah, I was all right with that.
Okay, here's the thing. I'm glad, obviously, that Patterson is alive. Let's not get that twisted. I love Patterson. I'm glad Patterson's alive. I'm more than fine that they revealed it as early as they did. I wouldn't have minded if they waited a little bit longer, but
who are you?
Oh, this is my problem with it, is that it felt like this was the most dramatic, almost death ever last week. Yes. And I feel like it was explained away really, really fast. I wanted to see more of like an escape plan. I wanted it to be more elaborate, more complicated than, oh, here's a tunnel, I'm just gonna get into the tunnel, I'm okay now, no scratches, no burns, nothing. I am good.
I'm okay with it because I feel like they explained it in the last episode. I feel like they gave us enough. They showed us the tunnel. We knew it was there. We didn't see the body. I was all right with it. There are other things that I had problems with these 2 episodes, but we'll get to that.
See,
that wasn't one of them.
The thing with Patterson surviving, as joyous as it is, it feels like this is some sort of like prophecy from a fantasy novel where if one character survives, someone else must die in their place. And the moment that Patterson was alive, I was like, okay, somebody else is going to get it within these 2 episodes.
There was a lot of people that got it. Holy smokes, there was a body count going on these 2 episodes.
Yeah, and this is the funniest thing about all of it, is that I feel like at certain points in Blindspot this series, if Matthew Weitz were to die, I think a lot of us would have just been like, all right, goodbye, see you never, and not be all just upset about it. Because name a character on Blindspot we have a more collective love-hate relationship with than Matthew Weitz.
Oh, it's true. And I'm going to give you some kudos here because you called almost exactly that in the last video. Matt had said, we're probably going to lose him and he's going to do something heroic right before. And then, boom, I'm watching it play out. I'm like, oh, okay. It's like exactly like Matt had said. So... good job.
Okay, see, I'm not going to pat myself too hard on the back.
That's all right, I pat you
yeah,
for
you
it.
patted me for it.
I thought that was pretty cool. I was watching that unfolding. I was like, okay, this is playing out like that.
It just felt like it made sense to me. And I don't know if this makes it predictable by result to me because I thought it was coming, but I do think it was a worthy end to Weitz's character, because nobody wants to see him just like weasel away and then he lives out his end of his days with like the ostrich with his head stuck in the sand.
Yeah, even Afreen was like surprised. She was like, oh my goodness, you didn't leave. And let's talk about her for a second, because she is the unsung hero here. She has been a rock for this team for the whole time. And then it was so cool to see like the trio, which is what I was hoping for, of her and Patterson and Boston all kind of working together a little bit in that first episode was good.
Okay,
It's good. I got it all what I wanted.
I love Afreen. I weirdly love the Afreen and White's relationship, and I'm kind of bummed out that they're not, because there was so much just like back and forth, and she had to put up with so much nonsense. I feel like at a certain point, like she should have been promoted, and he should have been like the person doing stuff for her, because I'm not altogether sure that White's was actually great at his job.
No, he really wasn't, but she was. And it was really cool, too, to have, like, we saw in the last episode, the whole lab sort of coming together when they thought that Patterson was dead, and then everyone was in there, and of course, Patterson and Boston were all dressed up to get in there and all that sort of thing. It was nice to see some of the people in the lab where Ephraim was kind of like, oh, there are others here that are going to be on our side. We're not completely alone. I thought that was kind of cool.
Can we have a
mutiny?
We always love a mutiny. Who doesn't love a mutiny on this? And I gotta grade the Patterson get up with the beard here on a scale of 1 to 10. Like, how is this not an 11? Like it wasn't just the fact that I'm sure Ashley Johnson's off somewhere seeing this script. I mean, first of all, she's probably hoping she's not dead on the show. But then behind all that, it's like, you want me to do what? And then you want me to stay in this outfit for like a good half of the episode?
Oh, it was good. It was really good. I loved it.
Yeah, I thought all of that was fun. I thought Boston and his get-up was really fun.
It was good to see him back.
Yeah, I loved Boston in both of these episodes. I loved him even more in the second episode. We will get to that, I'm sure. Rich.com's facial expressions, the look when he found out that Patterson was alive, there was the comedy of it, but then like I almost just like wanted to just like hug him social distance style from far away, because I felt
which
for him.
Which you can right now, like this.
Yeah, there you go, Rich.com. I know you're not real, but still, I love him so much.
Yeah, no, he's great, and it was nice to see all the different reactions when people finally got to see that Patterson was still alive. And it was also cool at the beginning how they opened it up, where they had everybody reacting in their minds to the idea that she was gone, and especially Tasha's with the whole, oh, you just like boop them on the nose when you want to show them affection. I loved that so much last week that I was glad to see that again.
They did a really good job with that. And I feel like, in general, a good, 80 to 85% of this first episode, it was so intense. It actually felt like this could have been the series finale, where you're squaring off with Madeline, you're doing Prison Break, Blindspot style, you've got Patterson showing up to save the day. It's like firing on all cylinders.
Legit, I felt like this is what the finale was going to be. So now I'm really curious what the finale is going to be, because I did not expect to lose Madeline, and I certainly didn't expect to lose her now, and I really didn't expect her to kind of just get out the way that she got out. If I have one criticism about this episode, I feel really let down by the way Madeline got out of this. We've been watching her as the big bad all season long. We all wanted her to kind of get her just desserts and either be arrested, paraded around, ring the bell of shame, whatever.
Yeah.
So for her to just be kind of like, and bottoms up, and then she's dead, I was kind of like, wah, wah. This is not what we all kind of want. And I get that we don't always get what we want, but it's Blindspot and it's the last season. You couldn't even give us this.
It's okay. So this is the thing, Madeline. She always. Okay. Why are you wah-wahing me? Number one. Number two. It is.
That's how I feel in my heart.
I understand. You need some more longing looks from Rich.com to make it all better. But
right.
Okay, see. This is the most consistent thing, I will say this, for this character ever, that she has been just making us mad for well over a year now. Why not make us mad one more time on her way? Yeah, she took the coward's road out.
Unsatisfying.
Yeah, it's not fun from the outside looking in. I think it is true for this character that she would do something like this.
Yeah, she would. She would have a backup plan. I'll give it that. It is true, but it's super unsatisfying.
Yeah, it's not great for us, because I don't really care that much about Ivy, to be honest. Like, I'm not that invested in her as a villain as opposed to Madeline, who I just loathed with the white-hot intensity of like 5 trillion suns that it's just, I don't even know if I'm at 1 trillion suns right now with Ivy. It's just not there.
Yeah, I'm not anywhere with Ivy. For me, Ivy was always kind of just someone that was brought in by Madeline to get what she needed. She felt like sort of a hired gun. And now she's kind of the big bad. Like, I'm not feeling this switch. I don't care as much about Ivy. I was really invested in seeing justice come to Madeline. I got nothing. And now I have Ivy, who was kind of a hired hand here in all of this. So now we're kind of going into, you know, this second episode where now it's like all Ivy. And I'm just like, I'm not into it the way that I was.
It's a little bit of good news, bad news, because I don't care about Ivy as much, but Kathy's batting 1,000 in this episode. She's being ridiculous. She's so weird. It's like,
She always plays these really strange characters. The first thing I ever saw this actress in was Miss Congeniality, which was one of my guilty pleasure favorite movies to watch. And then, yeah, she was really super quirky there, and she's super really strange and quirky here. This actress plays these characters so well.
I would be so in on a 3 Blind Mice spinoff like nobody's business. Give me PattersonRich.com and Kathy all of the time. I mean, granted, I don't know why anyone would want to work with Kathy for an extended period of time because she can't be trusted. She's kind of terrible, and yet she's very compelling to watch.
Oh, she's good TV. Yes, I would watch a spinoff of that all day long if they wanted to give me that. But they would have to be pretty convincing of why they would go to work with her at this point.
Here is where we get to my favorite moment of both of these episodes, and it involves my guy Boston and his farewell speech, and you already know where I'm going with this. This is incredible. The I love you, Rich, and this is like such a warm, wonderful moment between these two. I love you, Patterson. And then and Kathy, you're also here. I died, and I could not stop laughing in my head for like 5 minutes afterwards.
It was really, really funny. Boston, you gotta love him.
Boston is great.
He's so funny.
The second best moment, and this is just why Boston also like throwing so much heat in this episode, is I gave you guys the wrong weight, and now we have to give something else in order to make sure I don't die. Can you be so vain, Boston?
That last bit where he was like, actually, I'm 185. That was the absolute, I did not see that one coming. I thought they had gone and gone and gone, and that was it. And right before she's going to get on that platform, I'm 185. Are you kidding me? I was like, oh my goodness. They played it really well all the way to the end.
Here's the thing, like the first episode, it suffered from a little bit of predictability with, you know, I think a lot of people could have called Whites getting killed, but I think in between the weight stunt that transpires here with Boston, what goes down there, I didn't fully see the Kathy betrayal coming at the end. I should have. I was expecting it for like 85% of the episode.
Yeah, I felt like that was kind of where we were going with it when she got that stuff from Ivy at the beginning. I was kind of like, okay, we can't trust. I still don't exactly know where she's falling on this, but I'm sure she is still working with Ivy to some degree.
I think Kathy will work with Ivy if it benefits her. I think she'll work with the FBI if it benefits her. I think Kathy is just Kathy. And I don't know if we're ever going to fully understand Kathy. And I think that's probably the point. I'm a little bit annoyed that this is really like our only Kathy on the entire final season of the show. That is a bummer. And we're being left off now on this cliffhanger involving Jane, which does not feel great. It doesn't seem like she's dead, so there's at least that.
Yeah, and I mean, the idea of her getting zipped again is obviously an awful way to look at going into the final episode here, but I mean, I kind of get the idea of where they're going with it, and maybe this final episode will have sort of a lot of callbacks to things. I just gotta say that the thing that really shook my basket about the idea of this is that she ran into a room with Ivy, with the bomb, with the smoke bomb of the zip. Ivy ran out one door. She went to the other door that was still open and then looked at Weller and then shut the door and locked herself in. I don't understand why she didn't run out the door and then shut the door and then they're both okay. There was a little bit of that I was just kind of like, I don't understand what the motivation was. Why is she taking one for the team when the door is open and she can run through it? Indiana Jones style, slam that button, shut the door. Patterson, got out of a whole room of lava on her head. She couldn't just walk out the door and shut it. It was really weird to me.
I've been trying to think about what was going on here. I don't have a great answer. I kind of have the same question.
Yeah, I think if they had just shown even just one scene of like Ivy from another place, like hitting a button and locking her in, I don't understand why she would lock herself in the room when she didn't need to. Weird, very weird. I didn't get it.
Maybe she was just like so concerned that the door wouldn't close behind. I'm not sure.
Then the two of them could have run down the hallway together, away from the smoke. They can run faster than the smoke, I feel.
I think they mostly just wanted to revisit a certain part of the show's history, and they could have connected those dots a little bit better. But yeah. I'll say this. This was 2 hours of Blindspot. I found it to be very entertaining.
Yes.
And I think the fact that we have a couple of things we're a little bit peeved about, it's because we're invested. It's because we care. I wanted Madeline to get her just desserts in the series finale.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, that was just a creative choice that they made, that they wanted her to be able to kind of... She does always get away with everything, so her kind of getting out of this her way, the way she wants, it completely fits. I just wanted to see her get her just desserts, so, unsatisfying, but not unexpected.
Yeah, and I think in the end, at least we have a number of familiar characters still alive, moving into this final chapter.
Yep.
There's a lot of mystery here. And guess what? We're going to have a preview for it, so you don't want to miss that. And let us know what you thought about Blindspot Season 5, Episodes 9 and 10 in the comments. And if you do like this video, give us a like, subscribe, and support us further by checking that link in the description to the store. And we'll see you here next time.